Hey everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you are having a wonderful week. I am so excited to be here with you this morning to kind of recap a training we did last night, which had incredible participation. Oh my gosh, I loved seeing all of you there over in our friends, the Scent Share group. And I had so much fun seeing everyone and talking about captions that convert. I have an amazing freebie that I probably poured a little bit, even too much value in. It's pretty big, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. And I wanted to just hop on this morning and answer any questions you had and give just a short recap of what we talked about last night. So while I am here, let me go ahead and share this video into our group. Hey Grace, good morning. How are you? Let me share this into our group. If you guys are not in our group already, you definitely need to be. It is our My Consultant Training Tribe spot to grow your direct sales business. So I got my coffee here this morning. You guys have to tell me, is it backwards for you? Probably is backwards for you. Got my Friday coffee and I'm excited to kind of just talk about writing captions. Yesterday, one of the questions I asked in the group was, what would you rather be doing than writing captions? And oh my gosh, you guys had me rolling. I was cracking up reading your responses. People would rather be cleaning toilets. They'd rather be taking pictures. They'd rather be taking a nap. They'd rather be drinking coffee, drinking wine. You name it, like pretty much anything. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Shauna. Pretty much anything than writing captions. So I did not know there was such a maybe love-hate relationship with writing captions, you guys. Oh my goodness. It is easy peasy. So we are going to break it down for you this morning. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Tracy. I know, I loved this one. It gets really hot though. I don't know. I'm always using my insulated mug. So whenever I use like a real coffee cup, I'm like burning my fingers. So I'm going to let it it's just going to sit and cool down a little bit here for a minute and look cute next to me. All right. So we're going to break it down, just to kind of give you a quick overview of what we talked about around captions that convert. Again, I had no idea that there were so many that are like, no, please, I don't want to write captions to go with my photos. So yesterday we talked about 5 different types of captions, and a link to this video, there is a link if you want to grab the freebie, go ahead and do that. I give you 75 different examples plus 15 bonus images, so why not? Go grab the freebie, right? So we talked about 5 different types of captions and how they should all be part of your mix and part of your marketing strategy as you're promoting your business. Hey, Stephanie. Good morning. Hey, Shelly. So the first one we talked about is entertaining. So everyone wants a good laugh. Let's be real. Like, people come here on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're hanging out to disconnect from reality. Right? How many times are you like endlessly scrolling because you're like, I don't want to go do the dishes. I don't want to do the laundry. I just need a quick little mommy break from the craziness happening with my kids right now. So people want to be entertained. I think I saw yesterday I saw this video and it was hysterical. It was a video of a mom that was mocking a school administrator talking about the craziness of reopening schools. And I was laughing so hard. It was like, we sent you a survey. Did you get the survey? Because we sent 75 surveys upon surveys. Anyone that has school-aged kids like knows what this is all about. And it's like, if you're the yellow color, you're going to come any day that doesn't start with an R, but then you're going to come on days with Y's. Like, it was hysterical because it was the complexity of like the simple hybrid learning plan. I was cracking up. Like, did I need to be watching that video at that moment? No. But it was a big day yesterday. And I just needed to disconnect and have a good laugh, right? So if you can entertain your audience, do that. That does not need to be tied to your direct sales product. Like, think about who your audience is. Obviously, the person that shared this, shout out to my friend Amanda with Usborne, she knows her audience is moms that are in the middle of this like messy school, go back, stay home thing that we're in right now. So she knows her audience, I'm her audience. I was cracking up and I found a ton of value just because it was a hysterical video that she shared. So don't feel like you have to entertain people related to your product. Like, that's a stretch. That's a little bit weird. Like, maybe you can entertain people. Like, shout out to Jen. I don't know if she's on, but she's a Matilda Jane trunk keeper and she'll dress up her cat in clothes, and that's pretty darn entertaining. Right? But it doesn't have to be for your, it doesn't have to be for your product. It can just be something that your audience can relate to. Yeah, no, Sherry, she just shared that on her regular Facebook, but I mean, you could share it within your group too, right? Okay, the second caption that is going to do really well for you is an educational caption. So this is where you probably do want to tie it back to your product. What can you teach? What can you share? I have this quote up on my wall over here, and it says, "Teach everything you know." And I think it's a quote from, I think it might be ConvertKit, maybe. I don't know. It's one of the tech companies that I use their products, but it's teach everything you know. And how true is that? There is so much you know about your product or how products are connected. Teach that, share that. People want to learn from you. I know that you don't wake up every day maybe feeling like an expert in your direct sales company, but you're an expert to your customers, okay? So definitely plan on sharing educational content and build that into the mix. If you're in our group, our Facebook group, you're gonna see that I do a lot of that. The majority of my content is educational because people are joining because they're interested in learning something and they want to grow in their business. Okay, the third one that we talked about is a personal insight. So for the most part, I think that, a lot of these posts can be short and sweet, like a sentence or two. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Nobody wants to read an essay. Keep your captions short and sweet. But on this one, related to personal insights, I think it's okay if it's a little bit more long form. So this is going to be a reflection about why you love what you do. Maybe this is a behind the scenes of what your morning looks like. Maybe this one is, tied to just what you did over the weekend and letting people have that glimpse into your life. So, when you're building your direct sales business, if you've followed me for a little bit, you know this, I am all about building your personal brand. So building your brand within your company brand. And one way to do that is to let people in on those little personal insights and those things that are happening in your life behind the scenes. I like to do this in Instagram stories, and then I have it connected to my Facebook business page. So a lot of the time you'll get content from me behind the scenes or what's happening with my family or what we're doing over the weekend. I like to do that in the stories, but you can definitely drop that into your group. It's a holiday weekend coming up. Share what you have going on. Let people in on who you are and what you're all about and what you like to do, in your free time, right? People love to hear that. And they are buying from you because of you. They like you. Yeah, they probably like your product too, but they like you, and that's what keeps them around. So let them in on what you're all about in your business. Okay, number 4 is a motivational or inspirational caption. And this type of post, I think it's a really good one to mix in. We could all use a little bit of extra motivation, inspiration these days. So if you're not mixing in that feel good, be happy kind of stuff into what you're posting and what you're sharing with your customers, you should do it. It's so easy. Like, these could not be easier, you guys. Every Monday I share like a Motivation Monday over in our tribe group. And I'll admit, like, I batched that work and got that done so quickly. I used SendShare, of course. And I scheduled out like 3 months of Motivation Monday quotes, inspirational stuff really, really easily. Because, there's always good quotes out there. And the other thing you can do, so if you are a SendShare user, or even if you're not, one of my favorite hobbies, can we call this a hobby, is I love going to the search function on Instagram and finding cute, pretty pictures. I know, I'm like a total geek, right? But I love, and I share a lot of those, over here on my business page, you'll see them from time to time. But it is so easy, you guys. You just save that image, and as long as you're reposting that super cute image and attributing it back to the original person that posted it, it's totally okay. If you're using ScentShare, you actually just grab the link from that Instagram post that you love, you drop it into ScentShare, link it up, and it will repost it and give credit to the original author. It's pretty magical. So if you're not doing that and you don't have that in the mix of your posts and your captions, it couldn't get easier than that. Like, go find amazing, pretty pictures that you love, that inspire you and brighten your day and are a happy bright spot, and share those with your customers. We could all use a little bit more happy in our life. So Sherry, I do use ScentShare for batching my posts. That's what I use. And I'm going to do a tutorial probably next week or the week after on how I do that. But I basically create a folder within ScentShare of things that I'm getting ready to schedule. And I just throw like everything in there. Like, it's just kind of like a dumping ground for me to put all of the images, all of the pictures, like anything that I think I'm going to post in the future. I just put in that folder, and then when I'm ready to schedule out like 3-4 weeks of content, I organize them and make them look pretty, and then I repost them. So I'll do a tutorial on that. I'm going to be in the ScentShare group every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for the rest of the month. So I will work that tutorial into what I'm sharing over there, because I feel like I finally got like a really good system going for that. That works really well for me. Yes, it definitely has changed in the last 3 years. I was using it probably 3 years ago too, and then I switched to another service for a little bit, and I came back around. ScentShare has added a ton of functionality. I love what they're doing, and of course I love the value that they bring to their group with all of the training and the community and all of that. Yes, love me some ScentShare, Andrea. Shout out to ScentShare. Okay, so that was number 4, motivation, inspiration posts. Like, just get them in the mix. Super easy. Fills like a content hole that you have. It makes people feel good. Like, we all could use that, all right? So the last one, number 5, are those posts around selling. And I asked in the group yesterday, you guys tell me from 1 through 5, which ones are your favorite? And people said, we like entertaining, we like personal insights, we like motivation. Nobody likes writing the posts about selling. And, I get it. Like, that's where you're like, oh, did I word that correctly? Or I hope I didn't come off too strong. Or, I get it. Like, writing posts where you're selling your thing can feel a little uncomfortable. I knew this. And so in that freebie download that's linked up here, I actually added in 20 posts in the selling section, because I know that's the area that everyone struggles with the most. But it's important. It's important to have in the mix. And I think, I shared this last night, but I would say 80% of your content should be in that 1 through 4. Educating, entertaining, sharing personal insights, inspiring people. Leave the 20% for selling, okay? So not every post should be about selling. And I think that's what makes the direct sales industry kind of a joke sometimes, because you see people, often new consultants, and they don't know any better, but they take those company-made graphics that are promoting a product, which are great. Shout out to all the direct sales companies out there that give you beautiful graphics. You're amazing. But they should not be every post, and they should not be on your timeline, and they should not be tagged. You shouldn't be tagging everyone all the time in them. 20% of the time, work them in. The more personal you can make the selling post, the better. If I'm selling this coffee cup, I'm going to talk about why I love it, and how the font is so cute, and how I got it on sale at TJ Maxx, and how it makes me feel happy on Fridays, right? Like, I'm going to tell you what I love about this. I'm not just going to post a graphic and be like, buy the cup. Got me on that? But I think we see it time and time again. So go ahead and send that freebie download. Send it to those newbies that need a little bit of help in that area when they're writing those sales posts. And, they just, you don't know any better when you're first starting. And every post you put out there is about your product and how great it is. And it's just like one copy and paste after another. So I think that the sales posts are really important, and they're important just to be 20% of your content. Anytime you can create urgency and a call to action, do it, right? So what I mean by that is, hey, we're having a sale. It ends on Sunday. If it doesn't end, nobody's ever going to buy. You got to give people that urgency to go in there and make that purchase before time is up, right? So creating things with urgency. A call to action means you're telling them what to do next. So you can just say like, oh my gosh, this cup is amazing. Every Friday I use it and it just like makes me so happy and I love my cup so much. But you want to follow up with that to say, do you need a Friday cup? Right? Or you need to follow up with, PM me and I'll give you the details about the cup. Or drop me an emoji or a comment below and I'll give you the promo code to hook you up with a deal on the cup. Okay, see the difference there? So there's just, you're posting content and sharing stuff, and then there's a call to action where you're actually telling your follower what to do next. Sometimes, honestly, they don't know or they don't even think about it. But when you invite them to reach out to you or invite them to leave a comment, then that's where the magic happens, right? Of course, you can respond to them, but the ultimate goal is to get into a conversation. And so you can best serve them and you can direct them to the products that are going to be the best fit for them. So you want them in your inbox. And I shared a hack last night, and a lot of people didn't know this, but this is a really kind of fun hack for you. So if you're using Facebook and you want somebody to message you, you simply just need to type in m.me dash your Facebook username. So if you want to give this a try, you can. This is a hack, Sherry. Yeah, tell me if you know this one. So this is my Facebook hack to get people to message you, and you can try it out on me. So you can try it. So it's m.me/Becky Launder page. When you click that, it's going to take you into Facebook Messenger and open up a message to me. So then you can just say, hey, Becky, how are ya? Happy Friday. I'll type it in. I have the comments up over here. Let me type it in for you guys, and you can try it. So you just need to know your username, and some people didn't know what their username was last night. And if you go to your business page, m.me/username. Yay, Jackie, you use that all the time. So glad. So mine is, let's see, Becky Launder page. There we go. Okay, so you can try it on me if you want to see how it works. So it's your username. So if you are on your Facebook page, it's like my business page is facebook.com/Becky Launder page. If I am on my personal page, it's facebook.com/Becky Launder. So whatever that URL is, that's your username. If you don't have one set up and you have a bunch of letters and numbers, you need to fix that in your settings anyway, just to make it easier for people to find you and easier for you to share. So you can go ahead and update that to make sure you have a pretty like vanity username, and then you can use that for the m.me/Becky Launder page. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys today. If you are not already batching your captions and your posts, definitely do that. That is going to save you a tremendous amount of time. I think that has been a key for my consistency, and we all know that consistency is where it's at in direct sales. And I know that if I don't have my stuff done ahead of time, it just doesn't happen in the moment. So now every month or every 3 weeks, whatever kind of duration I set, I go in and I schedule for the next few weeks. And getting that work done ahead of time, make sure that I show up, right? That's just like, that's got me covered, right? So if you're not already batching, batch your work, check out ScentShare. I'm seeing all your messages come in. Hey, Stephanie, so cool. Yes. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Friday. A couple fun things coming up, just so you know. I will be back in the ScentShare group training next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're talking about VIP groups next week. And then I'll be there the next 2 weeks after that. And we also have our challenge coming up. Yes, Nicole, I see your message. Hey, it worked. We have our challenge coming up, and this is always a ton of fun. We do crazy prizes. Like, we don't mess around. We do not mess around with our challenges. So mark your calendar for the week of September 21st through 25th. There will be our challenge in the My Consultant Training Tribe group. So make sure you're in the group. There'll be a workbook you can download, and every day we'll be talking about different tasks that you can do to grow your sales, right? Oh, Sherry, I'll link up the ScentShare group for you too. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. If you're in the US, have a wonderful holiday weekend and enjoy that extra Monday off. I think after a week of distance learning, we can all enjoy that. Hey, Sonia, got your message? Yeah, it's working. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.